Let's think about our future. Our future as a country is dependent upon small business owners. Would you agree? Larger corporations can't function unless smaller business owners are able to supply them. The supply chain starts with you.
Thank you for all coming out on this Tuesday night and helping us celebrate so many wonderful entrepreneurs that are doing things that are just unfathomable in our communities and really serving and being the backbone for our small businesses in our communities. Our mission at Impact Ventures is to empower talented yet underestimated women and BIPOC entrepreneurs to build generational wealth through inclusive entrepreneurship and integrated capital. Since 2017, we've impacted over 3,500 people through networking events, hackathons that you've probably been to, workshops, and community summits. Since 2020, we launched our flagship accelerator program. Since then, we're happy to say we've trained over 120 entrepreneurs. Those founders have gone on to raise about $6.5 million in capital, right, in the pandemic.
My name is Suzanne Massey. I oversee the Santander Consumer USA Foundation. We will be naming Impact Ventures as our Cultivate Small Business partner for the next year.
Holly and I had the pleasure of working closely with the amazingly talented and innovative founders of the Fall 2021 Accelerator. We worked with 23 founders, and it's exciting to see you all here in person. It takes a village to do this work.
Benjamin, Lucy, Holly, Jennifer, their entire team, they gave me so much and gave me a lot of information.
When I started my business 3 years ago, I did so from a place of need. But what I've been searching for really has been community and guidance, and that's what I've found in spades with Impact Ventures. Connecting with all the amazing founders in the cohort, plus the tireless and committed guidance from all the advisors has made this experience one of a kind. We don't have a problem with vision. We don't have a problem with taking action. We have a problem with one thing, and that's access. Impact Ventures gave us a way in. And for that, I'm grateful, and my business is definitely for the better. So to the Fall 21 cohort, let's go out and change the world. Let's keep moving forward and keep supporting each other. Let's keep the vision alive because each and every one of us has something amazing to give to the world. Changing the status quo and redefining business as usual.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to HERGenius and Happy International Women's Day, presented by Impact Ventures. I'm Aries. I'm your MC for the evening. By day, I work as a software portfolio advisor at Software One. I'm also the VP of DFW Alliance of Technology and Women, who is also a partner of Impact Ventures. We support getting more women into leadership, more girls into STEM-related fields, and we were so excited to partner with Impact Ventures to do this pitch competition because entrepreneurship is the way to go. So also, I am a podcast host for a podcast called Bold Black Girls. So make sure you go and subscribe to us either on YouTube or on your podcast player of choice. It is a podcast for Black women and those who support Black women and their personal professional development. And so we're super excited to welcome you to this competition where 3 women entrepreneurs will be competing live for a cash prize, okay? And there will be some prizes for you as well along the way. As our guests, we will make sure that we have a little fun along the way as we support these women as well. So first, you're going to be watching 3 top contestants pitch their businesses, and then our judges and audience members, you will have an opportunity to ask some questions and make comments. It's a Shark Tank style event, and so these entrepreneurs are up for the challenge, all right? So before we get into the competition, what I need you to do is take out your phones, Make sure you're following Impact Ventures on all social media platforms. We want to make sure that you tag us in your posts and your tweets about the event using the official HERGenius event hashtag HERGenius 2022. And you can also use the hashtag BreakTheBias in order to show your participation in International Women's Day. Impact Ventures supports the growth of women and BIPOC entrepreneurs throughout the year, but this is a truly special way to honor and celebrate Women's History Month. So to kick us off, I'd like to invite Impact Ventures CEO and my friend, Benjamin Van, to the stage. Let's give it up for Benjamin. I see the.
All right. Thank you, Ari, so much. And happy International Women's Day to everyone joining us today. My name is Benjamin Van. I am proud to serve as the founder and CEO of Impact Ventures, where our mission is to accelerate and invest in all stages of genius. We accomplish our mission by empowering talented yet underestimated women and communities of color to build generational wealth through inclusive entrepreneurship and integrated capital. So before I get started, I want to quickly thank our proud sponsors for today's event. JBN Consulting as our platinum level in-kind sponsor, and JP Morgan Chase, our gold level sponsor for this 2020-22 season. Thank you again for your commitment to equity and celebrating the accomplishments of incredible women across the globe. For this International Women's Day, we are reimagining a gender equal world by breaking the bias. Our International Women's Day theme is Break the Bias, where we imagine a world where genders are equal, a world that's free of bias, stereotypes, and discrimination, a world that is diverse and is receptive and equal to all. We are excited this year to offer this event and this sponsorship in a way that breaks the bias on things that are going on in our communities. We have an exciting video to share with you where we've asked women and allies across the world that are sharing how they break the bias. We've asked our team and tonight's entrepreneurs to share how we break the bias, and I hope you enjoy this video.
Hi, my name is Dominique Hamilton. I'm the founder and creator of Black Girl Magic Museum, and I am breaking the bias by addressing the unrepresentation and biases when it comes to Black women and girls by creating safe spaces where everyone can come and learn about the brilliance of Black women, past and present.
My name is Dede Payne Kimbrough, and I am the owner of Dede Payne Artistry and Ruby Roots Organics. My brand Ruby's Roots was named after my grandmother. I come from a long line of strong Payne women, and I thought it would be very honorable to name my product after her. Our brand is all about beauty for all. And that beauty is not just what's on top of your head. It's not what's in front of you. It is also what's inside. So we care about women who are powerful and strong and creative and who are individuals and are diverse and cares about their health. That is why we are bridging the gap between beauty and wellness. And that's why I believe that my company is breaking the bias.
I'm breaking the bias by showing up every single day. As a female founder, the odds are stacked against me in regards to being successful. But I won't let those assumptions predict what we will accomplish. I'm showing up for my daughter, so one day she'll be able to accomplish the things in life she wants to do. And look at myself and others as blazing the trail, just like others have done for us. I break the bias by bringing on a team and celebrating my team's achievements and women's achievements and canceling out the assumptions that are made upon us. especially women that look like me, Black women, who we do not want to leave behind. It's not just about some women becoming equal. It's about all women getting there. Break the bias.
Hi, I'm Lucy Huang, Chief Program Officer at Impact Ventures. I'm committed to harnessing the full potential and talent of women and girls. I'm committed to empowering thriving communities where women have equal opportunity to succeed in work and life. I'm committed to eliminating the gender wage gap, closing the wealth gap, and for women to have the freedom to make choices for themselves and be who they want to be. I'm committed to shifting social norms, eliminating stereotypes, leveling the playing field, addressing deep-rooted systemic barriers, and smashing the patriarchy. On this International Women's Day, I am committed to breaking the bias.
International Women's Day is about breaking the bias. The work I do every day serving female entrepreneurs by deepening their knowledge of how to strategically build a strong, scalable, and sustainable business works to break the bias. By supporting, strengthening, and promoting women-owned businesses, I am breaking the bias.
Hi, everyone. I'm Anissa, Marketing and Events Manager at Impact Ventures. I'm breaking the bias at Impact Ventures by sharing the stories of diverse, remarkable, incredible women entrepreneurs. Also, as a mom, I teach my children to embrace those who are different from them. I know that both of my daughter and son will face challenges because of their identity. It's my job to give them the tools to recognize and fight against bias and discrimination. I want them to celebrate our differences. It's up to us to move forward towards a more equitable world, and I'm happy to be a force of change. Together, let's break the bias.
Hello, everyone. My name is Benjamin Van, and I'm the founder and CEO of Impact Ventures. I am breaking the bias by providing a safe space for women and women-identifying entrepreneurs to grow their businesses to create generational wealth and achieve economic parity. I believe when we invest in women, we are investing in our children, our neighborhoods, our workplaces, and our communities. Strong women equal a better world. Let's break the bias together. Wow, I hope that inspired you all to reflect on how you break the bias in your everyday life. As an organization, Impact Ventures has pledged to break the bias as a movement where deliberate or unconscious bias makes it difficult for women to move ahead. Knowing that bias exists isn't enough. Action is needed to level the playing field. So we ask, are you in? Will you actively call out the gender bias, discrimination, and stereotyping each time you see it? Will you help break the bias? If so, place your arms across your heart and show solidarity for this movement to break the bias. Now, lastly, we've done something truly special for this event. We're offering an exclusive HERGenius Solidarity shirts to the first 25 people who visit our website and participate in the Break the Bias campaign during the month of March. Post a pic on your social media of you holding up the Break the Bias sign and tagging us for a feature. Head over to www.impact-ventures.co/shop and use the code #first25 to get your merch. All right, I'm going to turn it back to you, Aries.
All right. Listen, I hope, again, like Benjamin said, y'all better get over there and get to that website. It's only for the first 25. My son was over here like, where's the website? People love to win things. So anyway, yes, I know y'all have ways that you're breaking the bias every day because you would not be here if you were not. I know for me, I have 2 boys. And so for me, breaking the bias is a daily thing because raising 2 boys in 2022 is obviously something that you're going to have to like reiterate these new things that I've even learned over the years, where how I grew up is not the same way that they're growing up. So one of the funny things we do is like when they were little, I remember one of my sons saying, you run like a girl to my other son. And I'm like, oh, so he's the fastest. And so now it's like something that is second nature to them because I'm always like making them aware of some of those biases that do exist today. And it's just something that you got to be intentional about. So anyways, enough about me. Let's meet the judges for tonight. I'm going to announce them. They will come on screen and wave. There they are. We have Belen Guerin, the regional manager and head of middle market banking at JP Morgan Chase & Company. We have Tyler Muse, the CEO and founder of Lingo Live, and Brittany Christian, director at JVN Consulting. Hey, everybody. They're going to be our people who are going to determine who wins the money tonight. So be nice to the judges. All right. And so we'd also like to give a big thank you to our evaluators that are going to be joining. We'll see a slide of all those. Our evaluators are the seasoned business professionals representing many of Impact Ventures' mentor, investor, and corporate partner network. So today they're going to be evaluating the contestants as they pitch their businesses and providing feedback to the judges. So we need to be nice to them too. Thank you to these agencies, companies, and entities for their continued support of women-owned businesses. All right, now let's get down to what's at stake tonight. We have some cash prizes, okay? First place is going to win $5,000. All right, so that's some money right there. Second place is $2,500. Third is $1,000. Okay, each of them will also receive an invite to the Spring 22 Accelerator. Y'all want to be a part of that for sure. Each will also receive an invite to 4 exclusive capital funds, and each will also receive 4 perks packages valued at $50,000. All right, so nothing to play with over here. And if y'all are entrepreneurs out in the audience, make sure that you sign up for the accelerator as well. You see the great thing that it's doing for others. So, okay, I think we are ready to get into these pitches. All right, so we're going to meet our contestants. We're already there. All right, we have 3 women-led businesses pitching today. We have Ruby Roots Organics, Lamique, and Black Girl Magic Museum. Let's meet the founders. Okay, first we'll hear from Dede Payne Kimbrough, founder of Ruby's Roots Organic. And Dede Payne Kimbrough is a Lone Star Emmy Award-winning makeup artist, hairstylist, and trichologist. I had to Google that because I was like, what is that? But it has something to do with the scalp and stuff like that. She'll tell you all about it. And wig artisan who has worked in the beauty industry for 17 years. Due to her own battle with hair loss and the lackluster systems in place at beauty salons, she created her signature beauty experience at her hair salon and her own organic hair care line, Ruby's Roots Organics, to help bridge the gap between beauty and wellness. Dede, take it on in.
Alrighty. Hi, everyone. This is always fun. Make sure we can see. All right, everyone can see? Yes? All right. Yes, awesome. All righty. So my name is Dede Payne Kimbrough, and I am the owner of Ruby Roots Organics and Dede Payne Artistry. And I hope to show you how my 2 companies come together to bridge the gap between health and beauty. So Ruby Roots Organics is a 100% organic and vegan beauty brand that caters to all hair textures and types, but we are currently focused on the natural hair sector. We are the only beauty brand that also has a paramedical salon. And I'm sure you're wondering what that is, but a paramedical salon is a salon that supports medical services and physicians, but doesn't require a medical license. Our brand is focused on product viability as well as alternative solutions to hair loss, including cranial prosthetics and laser hair therapy. Our vision and mission statement is simple. We create quality products that help promote healthy beauty routines, and we do that by raising awareness through education and events through our community. So 80 million people suffers from hair loss by the age of 35. Female and male pattern baldness is at an all-time high. And during the pandemic, everyone wanted to be a kitchen beautician, right? They wanted to do their own hair, do their own makeup. And because of that, it drove the price of all the products, as well as increased the price of actual wig units. And so how we're hoping to create a solution for that, of course, is through Ruby's Roots Organics, which is all about hair growth, as well as our paramedical salon that creates those alternatives, like I mentioned, the cranial prosthetics and laser therapy, but also hair supplements. We also have in-house revenue cycle management. So not only am I a cosmetologist, but I'm also a medical coder. And so I can build the units for our patients/clients, but I can also build them to their insurance to also receive reimbursement. And with the right connections with the cancer centers and medical offices, we can get about 57% of our revenue just from that. Our target market is millennials and doctors and hospitals that cater to oncology clients and those who suffer from other hair-related hair loss. Of the $511 billion in the beauty industry, $8.74 billion is in the natural hair sector, and $2.79 million of that is in Texas alone. And millennials make up 56% of that purchasing power. We are unique because there is no competition. We are the only beauty paramedical salon in the whole entire state of Texas. So with my own money, no investors, no marketing, no website, by the time I hit 6 months with Ruby's Roots, we were near $3,000 in revenue monthly. We are projecting by year 3 that we will be over $82,000 in revenue with a 65% profit margin. And for the paramedical salon, by 2024, we should see about $200,000 in revenue, and that's only making 3 to 4 wigs a month. So my journey started in 2009 when I underwent radiation treatment and started losing my hair. I started creating my own products at my home and then decided to go to cosmetology school. I since then expanded my line from 2 products to 5 products to now a completion of 8 products. And now next week, I'll be opening up the paramedical salon and retail store. We're currently using Vagaro Merchant as our merchant services, as well as Wix for Ruby's Roots. We also offer afterpay, and we also have care credit for our medical services as well. We're hoping to move forward with subscription-based services, creating those beauty boxes for our regular clients, but as well as our clients who specifically suffer from hair loss. And we want to also do site and awareness visits with doctors and facilities in order to get on the HOPE list. And the HOPE list is basically a list of resources that they give patients after a diagnosis. And on that list is where they should receive wigs. We also want to white label in the future with other industry professionals. So what we're asking for is $50,000 plus mentorship, most of it going to salary and advertisement, but we want a portion of that to go to market research since this is an untapped market. Again, my name is Dede Payne Kimbrough. I am a licensed cosmetologist, a medical coder, and a certified trichologist, and Learn Me Bautista is my social media coordinator. And that is all about my company, and I hope that I can find the right person to partner with and that we can work in the future to help make my community better.
All right, that was a great, Dede. Thank you. Did anyone add any questions? And I know our judges are going to get a chance to ask their questions now. And so make sure you all ask your questions in the Q&A, and we'll get to them if we have time after the judges' questions, okay?
Dede, fantastic presentation. I thought you did a great job giving us a really excellent overview. The first question that I have, I know that when you were going through the slides, where do you see over the next kind of 6 to 12 months the majority of your growth coming from with your business?
I think the majority of the growth is going to start with Ruby's Roots product line. It's the easier to scale. It's the easier to get out there. It's the easiest to market. And there's still a demand for it, why I had to close down the salon. The product line is what kind of kept everything going. So I do believe that's what's going to start. The paramedical salon side has already existed, but it's going to take a little bit more time because of those connections that needs to be made and the awareness for that. So I think that's going to go outside of that 6 months margin.
That's great. Thank you.
And maybe I can jump in there, Dede, because this is related to Belen's question, which is, you talked about $3,000 a month in revenue is where you got to. That's pretty awesome. That's some pretty significant traction. $3,000 a month. Where did that revenue come from? Where are those customers coming in from? Is it kind of been a mix, or is it highly concentrated from one source?
All my clients and their word of mouth. So I have very good clients, some of that have been with me since I was in cosmetology school, maybe prior to that. And so I have when I say the Dede Payne artistry experience, it's exactly that. My clients are very hands-on and pretty much have put my product. And so I have some coming from different states. And so I do online sales as well. But most of it is all client.
Okay. And you mentioned in the budget, you broke down the need for advertising was part of what you were looking for. Have you tested out advertising today?
I did. Yes. Okay. I tested it out during COVID just to see like the height of the pandemic and the shutdown, just to kind of see what that would look like between December and April of 2021. And the demand for products was pretty high, but also I know that there's a market for me online sales. And so that was a huge percentage of revenue that I was missing because of that marketing piece and because I'm by myself.
Got it. Okay. Thanks.
So Dede, really awesome presentation, and I think great, unique intersection of the two passion areas. I think couple of questions on one topic. When you think about the paramedical salon and the getting on the hope list, you talked about talking to physicians and starting to create that network. So have you thought about the scalability of those conversations and what the key leverage points are so that, those tend to be very decentralized from a network perspective? So how are you thinking about that to get the most bang for your conversation?
Well, I had to scale it based off. So when I say that I'm the only beauty paramedical salon, there are paramedical salons all over, but they're all esthetician and massage therapist based. So you have a physician office, a surgeon office, and they will bring in an esthetician or a massage therapist who will come in and maybe do facial manipulations and body manipulations post-surgery for clients. It's not necessarily a revenue benefit for the doctor or physician office, but what it is convenience for their clients. And so that's the same concept that I'm going to be bringing for the beauty side, is that when a person finds out they lose their hair, you have some people who gradually lose it and they have time to prepare and maybe get into some of those laser therapies and pills. But then you have clients who just loses their hair like I did. It just fell out overnight. The shock value is there. And the last thing they want to do is to go outside. So when I'm talking to physicians about this opportunity that is already covered under the patient's insurance, it's all about how can you give them a great experience? And the way that they can do that is making sure that their transition is completely flawless, So I think with me having the knowledge on how to build it out, I can do it in-house, but they could also do it in their facility. And that's something that can be taught, simple thing, as well as the conversation that they can have with their patients about that one less step that they need to do. So I think that's really the thing. It's not necessarily a revenue thing for them, but it's more of an experience thing. So if I have a good rapport with a doctor, then I'm going to recommend a friend to do the same as well.
We have a few audience questions that I wanted to get to, unless Brittany, you had something else. Did you have a follow-up?
Just one follow-up on that point is if there's any research that you've done or that you're able to tie to the impacts of kind of the emotional and mental state or the impact of hair loss on kind of the whole person, the whole healing experience. And then are you able to, tie that in? So I don't know if you have that answer, or if not, that's something to look into that ties back to, physicians.
I have done some research. I focused this to be more relevant to today. So I focus a lot of this research surrounding COVID. And what I have learned, other than that 20% of people who lost their hair due to like specific COVID-related things, there was also a gap of 45% of people who lost hair because of stress and other factors. And I think when I'm gauging that kind of where does the research go as far as that goes, yes, I've looked to see for my own clients. It's something that is one of my questionnaires that I keep up with them the whole entire journey, because they have a 6-month period of where you can grow your hair back. And while we're doing that, we're creating these steps. And so most of the people who come into the salon, it's not just about how your appearance is. They have a fear of losing their hair. That's people want to come. And so I have those conversations, and I keep up with that data to see how do we start here from there, because that was the whole premise of my business. So yes, I definitely do have plenty of research when it comes to that.
All right, I have one audience question here regarding, it said, when millennials only make up a small part of the 35-year-old and up market, why haven't you decided to also target Gen X?
Well, it's not that I'm only targeting millennials, but 56% of the purchasing power is pretty huge. I think for people who are in Gen X, pretty set in their ways and know exactly what they want sometimes, I'm just saying about myself. But millennials are pretty, they will pretty much try anything. And sometimes they're a lot smarter too, because the resources are there, that we didn't have in our day. I'm making myself seem old, but in our day, we didn't have as many resources. And so they can fact check things very quickly. So I think that millennials is just a good market for that. Even though most of my clientele when it comes to this are older men and older women, but I've seen a lot of, I've contributed this to environmental factors, that a lot of younger people that are in the millennial stage are losing their hair a lot more rapidly than people who are in Gen X and older, to be quite honest.
And you might have touched on this, but one of the questions also was that you indicated that you wanted most of the money for salary, but what about the additional money? Is there other things you had in mind for the rest?
Yes, market research is one of them, because I have to be able to tie the two, and because I only can base these off of esthetician-based services or other services that aren't related to mine. I'm going to need to spend a lot more money into market research for that piece to be have more longevity. But also advertising is huge, as well as production. This is my product line started with this particular line, but I want to expand the line to be a little bit more sensitive in catering to this particular part of the market.
All right. I think we only had a couple seconds left. So do we want to go ahead and wrap up, guys? Okay, great. All right. Well, thank you so much. I think this was great. You came out the gate. You got everybody all excited. So we got to see what the other ladies are going to bring to the table. Thank you, Dede, so much.
Thank you.
All right. We are going to move on to the next founder. The next founder we're going to hear from is Kimbrough. Southern Belle, seasoned makeup artist, licensed esthetician, and member of the Cosmetic Executive Women, Kimbrough experienced firsthand how women of color have been overlooked in the clean beauty market. At the age of 21, with a $500 investment, she opened her own makeup shop that catered to multicultural women in her hometown of Houston, Texas. After running it for 14 years in 2020, Roxy launched Lamique Beauty as an e-commerce clean beauty company, making Lamique the first Black-owned clean makeup brand carried by the majority beauty specialty retailer Ulta.com, changing the clean beauty game in Houston, Texas, and beyond. Roxy has received numerous awards, and the city of Houston formally named June 23rd as Kim Roxy Day in her honor. Okay, she got the key to the city, y'all. All right, Kim, it's your turn. Let's hear your pitch.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. Great job, Dede. And I'm going to go right here and share my screen. Happy International Women's Day. And thank you all. Perfect. We're all in. Okay, I'm going to get started now. Hi, I'm Kim Roxy, Kimroxie, and I'm the founder of Lamique Beauty. Lamique is a tech-enabled clean color cosmetics company focusing on women of all diverse shades. And Lamique is an acronym that stands for love and makeup and kindness. And that's what I had to tell myself when my hair started to fall out and my eyebrows stopped growing. I am not just any woman who lost her hair. I'm a woman who ran my own makeup store for 14 years, taking and shaping women's eyebrows the best way I ever could. Thank you so much, Loretta. And I decided that I was looking at the ingredients that's inside of makeup, and 75% of beauty products marketed to women that look like me are toxic. Astonishing, right? Especially when women of color actually spend 80% more on cosmetics. That's 9 times more than the average woman. We got to put some respect on our name. Especially when Mintel, a beauty industry report, said that multicultural women are actually driving the next force of beauty. And the natural beauty market is over a $22 billion market. So I created the Revelation Brow Duo, which is here. I'm wearing it tonight to fill in my brows and to give me that look of hair that I need. Also, you're able to try it on virtually through our augmented reality. And you're able to find the right color for your skin tone. That's what makes us tech-enabled. And it's COVID-proof, right? Because you never have to even touch it, but you get the right shade. And we also have our mascara, our brow gel. And let me break down this Revelation Brow Duo for you. We're hitting at an 82% profit margin with this product direct to consumer. And with our third-party retailers that we sell through, we're hitting at a 47% profit margin. And then we just launched our subscription model, which we have gained since our first box that was released just a month and a half ago, 50% more subscribers to that revenue. We are building out a whole makeup collection. So like I told you, we have our brow duo, our mascara, our brow gel. We even started with our lip glosses. We will be expanding to our eyeshadow palettes, our concealer sticks, our pressed powders. So you have the full solution for your face. And our consumer, she's a professional woman. She's a modern woman breaking barriers. Shout out to International Women's Day, right? But she didn't go to school for makeup. She went to school to gain a career. So we keep it simple and easy for her to wear her makeup. And we are so excited because we sell direct to consumer. We do live stream shopping, which I love. Every Friday night, I do a show on Facebook selling our products. But we are the first Black-owned clean makeup brand to launch onto the largest beauty specialty retailer, Ulta.com. We're breaking barriers, y'all. And there's more to do, because major retailers have pledged 15% of their shelf space to Black-owned brands. So there's a major lift for us. Is that Tiffany Haddish holding a Lamique brow brush in the movie Like a Boss? Yes, it is. And is that Daniel Martin, celebrity makeup artist to Meghan Markle, who used our brow duo on the red carpet on her, and he named us his favorite Black-owned brand? And this is our timeline. This is where we're headed. Like I said, we just launched our subscription box, but this summer, we're going from my daughter's bedroom of hosting my live stream shopping shows to HSC and Home Shopping Network this summer. We are on our way. This is our team that is making it happen. My chemist was retired from Estee Lauder. We got the team. We are equipped, especially with the mentors that I have. I've been mentored by Gerard and Jeremy of Too Faced, who exited their company for $1.2 billion to Estee Lauder. And that's the reason why I'm raising a seed round of $750,000 for operations, marketing, my key hires, and product development. And this is our roadmap. We see great growth over the next 3 years. So go ahead and join us in bringing equity to the beauty industry. Thank you.
All right now, Kim, you brought that energy. I said she must host her own Facebook show. She got the personality. All right, judges, we're going to have y'all join us again so that you can ask Kim your questions. And then audience, make sure you put yours in the Q&A section of the chat.
Hi, Kim. Awesome presentation. Love the energy. I'm interested in the intersection on your addressable market. I think it said 12 billion. So how do you think about the, target customer with the intersection of spend, and what do you think is addressable for your brand?
Yeah, so the intersection of people looking for more natural ingredient, more clean ingredient makeup, and our target demographic of women who come from all diverse shades who have not been able to see themselves in that particular industry of clean beauty. So we see being able to address that entire market. And so we look at over the next 3 years, us gaining market share of 5% as we steady head, especially with the retailers that we're partnering with, who have that reach into those groups that we're looking to address.
Okay. And then with the obvious supply chain issues in the world today, how are you guys mitigating the supply chain risks? Particularly, I think you just said you launched your subscription boxes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm so excited you asked that question because it gives me a chance to brag on the fact that we manufacture our products in Houston. And so we manufacture right here in Texas. And so a lot of the issues that a lot of other companies had, we didn't have because we were able to stay right there with our product and the production of it. Even some of our components are made right here in the US. So a lot of the issues that a lot of people had, we actually didn't even it hasn't served us in that same way. We are seeing some different rise in cost on the actual components themselves. But we are ordering at this point, 5,000 at a time and everything. But as we grow, we're going to be ordering more. So those costs actually be going down over time. But as far as production, we're so excited because we're actually producing here, and most makeup companies do not produce stateside. So that really gave us an edge.
Great.
Thank you, Brittany.
Agree with the energy that you brought today. Thank you so much, as well as your presentation. I want to go do the virtual brow duo.
Yes, please do.
But as you talked about growth, a lot today is direct to consumer. And then you mentioned Ulta.com. So also not in the actual stores. When you talked about the 15% of shelf space, is that in stores that you're looking at from a growth perspective?
Actually, both.
Okay.
So they are looking to secure 15%. A lot of people have signed the 15% pledge. And so they're looking to secure that virtually and in store. So we're starting off with Ulta.com, but Ulta has about 1,400 stores. So you see that growth trajectory that we're on. But also there's some other retailers that I can't name just yet, but they are wanting to secure that virtually and in store.
Got it. And as you think about that, getting that shelf space versus your competitors, how do you talk through that with the different retailers that you're working with as you differentiate your line?
Yeah, what makes it so different is the fact that if you look at the clean beauty space, and this is the space that's growing so rapidly, is that clean makeup space. If I go in a clean beauty section with my skin tone, it's like being back in 1942 for makeup. Okay, so the issue is that what differentiates us is the fact that I have makeup that shows up, right? And so the colors and all of that show up on our skin, and that's just something that they don't have yet. And so we're filling that space and occupying that, and then taking care of a consumer that they're missing. So I know with Ulta, they just sent out their women's history, and Lamique was front and center on that advertisement, because we're actually able to gain marketing that most companies have to pay for because of our unique differentiation.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to echo what Brittany and Belen said. Kim, great job. I thought it was a great presentation. I particularly like how clear you made the kind of value proposition in terms of what you just connected to there, clean makeup, and how the percentage of toxins that go into makeup for people of color. That was something I didn't know before, and it's very clear that you have something unique. I guess just connecting to what she had asked, I had the same question. It sounds like you're saying that you don't have competitors in the clean makeup space for the type of demographic that you target, or is it that you do have competitors, but you have such market share already, you have such a recognized name that it's really about how quickly can you scale?
Exactly. It's the latter part where there are some smaller competitors coming in space, but because of the brand recognition that we already are gaining, and that press and that PR and everything that we've already gained organically, because I've never had a PR representative for the brand. But because we're already gaining that market share, because we're already getting that visibility, we see that this is such a ripe opportunity for us to go ahead and scale and really become that leading industry maker in this space. So it's the latter. Yeah, the latter.
No, that's great. Yeah, and I love that you're doing the Facebook Live, because the press, that PR stuff can come and go. It's not,
Right.
it can be a flash in the pan and then you never get it again because they move on to a different story. So the fact that you're actually building a community by regularly doing these Facebook Lives, that's going to help make sure that you're not relying on those quick surges of interest.
Exactly. And especially what's going on with the advertisements and all those different things when it comes to social. We're building a community, Tyler, just like you just said. We have a private Facebook group of our evangelists, customers. It's about 600 of them, and they are hardcore dedicated to Lamique succeeding. They can sell the makeup better than me. They show up every Friday night, and it's been the blood of our company, and they show up in ways that really fuels our company. And so this energy that I bring tonight really is the energy of all of my ladies who Lamique, hashtag ladies who Lamique. They know who they are. They're out there, and that's our community of folks who are really driving us forward.
Yeah, that's great. That's going to serve you really well. Awesome. Thanks.
We did have an audience question, and if we have any more judge questions, we can ask that as well. One was about how are you educating women on the toxicity levels and potential dangers from that toxicity in the current market? Do you target the youth with this information? Because it's definitely something that we should know about, right?
Yeah, actually, I work with Girls Inc. of Houston. It's one of the organizations I work with youth and girls. Brittany, I saw you light up. Are you have background with
I'm a Girls Inc. alumni.
Okay.
Girls Inc. of Tarrant County board member right here.
Come on. So I hashtag ladies who Lamique. I see y'all in the chat. And so the Girls Inc., we're working with them. And I'm so excited because I have always, just to get a little personal, I was kicked out of high school at 16. So for me, coming and doing my whole comeback story and how I driving this company has a lot to do with who I was as a youth. So I'm always trying to show girls that we can use STEM to make makeup. We can use STEM to look at the biology and the toxins in products and how we can make it better and cure cancer. And so I'm just so excited about what we will do. And I am known in the community for going back to my youth and speaking with them and showing them around my lab that I work out of and everything.
Awesome. All right. Well, Kim, hey, we're here. Your girls are here, and we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you so much for your pitch.
Thank you, Aries.
You are welcome. All right. So next up, we have Dominique Hamilton. Dominique is the founder of Black Girl Magic Museum. I remember seeing that in Dallas. Before starting Black Girl Magic Museum, she was the executive director of Desire in the Arts. Dominique is a purpose-led entrepreneur. Her goal is to create spaces where the Black women and girls can thrive and see themselves in a positive light. Her mission is to empower all that comes into her path to not only dream big, but to go after them. All right, Dominique, let's hear your pitch.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me tonight. I'm Dominique Hamilton. I'm the founder and creator of Black Girl Magic Museum. So I'm just going to jump right in. Black Girl Magic Museum, we opened our doors on November 28, 2020 in a Dallas, Texas market. Our goal is to transform lives one tour at a time. A little bit about Black Girl Magic Museum. Hold on, let me expand this. You know what? I'm just going to go. The Black Girl Magic Museum is an interactive cultural experience that is designed to enlighten, empower, and educate the community on the current and historical impact of Black women. So one of the reasons why I decided to create the Black Girl Magic Museum, in 2020, with everything that was going on with George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Tatiana Jefferson, I just wanted to be the change I wanted to see. Being a Black girl originally from Biloxi, Mississippi, and having a mother who had 4 kids before 21, especially having 3 Black girls, I always wanted to see that representation. And as I was going to selfie museums throughout the area, I noticed that there was a lack of representation. Instead of asking someone else to be a change, I decided to be the change. So I opened my doors on November 28th. It was one of the things that I saw with the research with Dove, that 80% of Black teens who experience discrimination state they have experienced discrimination based on their hair by the age of 12, and also just really see a lack of representation. So what we decided to do, we decided to create exhibits that really highlight the essence of Black women. Really, I decided to create exhibits that reminded me of the Black girl within me. So we have rooms such as our Say Her Name room, where we highlight the legacy of Breonna Taylor, Tatiana Jefferson, and Sandra Bland. We have also the Say My Name room for all the Black girls out there who've been told that their name was too ethnic, or that their freckles were not pretty, or anything that impacted you as a youth and impacted your self-esteem. I'm sorry, guys, I'm super nervous. So how we make our money. So we do hourly showings. When we first started, we started in the 2,500 square foot facility in Mesquite, Texas, and we made our money by hourly showings. We were able to have over 10,000 guests between November 28, 2020 up until June 20th of 2021. We also hosted events. We allowed local artists in the community to broadcast their art. We also sold apparel. We opened up our retail space so that 25 vendors would be able to sell inside of our facility. And also we expanded out where we also built out a confectionery to highlight Luella Williams in Tulsa, Oklahoma, who unfortunately her business was burnt down due to that was burnt down during the Tulsa race massacre. So we wanted to not only talk about history, but make a fun way so that other people can really learn more about Black female history. So as I said before, the Black Girl Magic Museum has been in business since November 2020. We've generated over $100,000 in revenue to date. And that's just some of our revenue. And that was our Dallas pilot in Dallas-Fort Worth area. One of the great things that we've been able to do, Black Girl Magic Museum just recently signed a licensing deal with Brookfield Properties so that we could expand it to malls across the U.S. So we will be opening up locations in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, New Orleans, and also Houston, Texas. And one of the great things about us, we are a high revenue but low cost overhead. As I said before, we had 10,000 customers to date, 14,000 people on our email list. And then behind the magic. So of course, there's me and my background. I had a nonprofit. I also just did a lot of things in the community. Courtney Hamilton, the Chief Technology Officer, and we're actually building an app because one of the things that we heard when we came into the museum is where do we go from here? There's so many young girls that are being bullied that need someone to speak to, just need positive representation. So we saw that it would be important to build an app so that we would be able to interact with them. And then we also have Dr. Tuesday Mahoney, which is our outreach coordinator, who is also help us. So let me back up. So in October, unfortunately, we had to deal with having to start over with our business. We want to expand Black Girl Magic Museum due to the impact that we saw we was having in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Like I said before, we started in a 2,500 square foot facility, and we saw that we were always sold out. Good problem. We went to expand it to Arlington, Texas, which into a 7,500 square foot facility. And unfortunately, a developer in the Dallas-Fort Worth area scammed us out of all of our money. So we had to go back, pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, pivot, and we started doing HBCU tours and partnering with Upward Bound programs so that we will be able to keep our traction and get back into business. And so that's why we were also able to pivot and get the licensing deal with Brookfield Properties. Thank you guys so much for the opportunity to give my pitch. And
thank you, Dominique. I know a lot of people were going to that museum when it came out around Dallas. All right, so we gotta get to our judges and let them ask some follow-up questions.
Go ahead, Tyler.
Okay, I'm waiting. I'm looking at you. Okay, Dominique, great job. That was awesome. I know it was a little bit of trouble getting the deck up, but they actually sent us the deck in advance. So even though it wasn't up for the first half, I was following along with what Benjamin had sent. So all good there. I love the concept. I think that particularly in this day and age, and there's data to back this up, people want real live experiences. They want to go to places and interact with physical things. They don't just want to be looking at a screen constantly. So I think just anybody who's building a business around live experiences is something that I get excited about. But especially around this topic, I think your value proposition was really clear. You articulated the problem really well. You didn't see this, type of subject matter reflected in any of the museums that you went to. And then obviously seems like you did a great job. And the other thing is you've gotten significant traction. I mean, to be at 100,000 in revenue in that short of a time period is amazing. So I really liked it. The one part I was kind of scratching my head was with the app. So you mentioned that the feedback you got was that people wanted to interact with you more. Can you help me understand that? Because sometimes I worry, sometimes we have a tendency to dive right into building technology and building apps, and that can be really complicated. It can take a lot of time. It can suck up a lot of resources and could be a distraction from the live experience if it's not core to what you're delivering there. So I'd love to kind of learn more about, like, what did you learn from people that made you feel like you had to build an app?
Absolutely. So one of the things that I was saying, so when we opened, we had a subscription box called It's My Melanin. And we were able to sell about 250 of those boxes before we even got open. And when we were able to pivot, some of our target demographics is sorority members, a lot of them from Black sororities. And also a lot of our demographics are Black women with secondary education. So they really let me know, and a lot of people that's on my board right now, really came in and said, hey, a lot of Black youth, they're being bullied. Suicide is at an all-time high. We see that you guys are empowering them inside the museum. But what is next? What can we do to interact? And this wasn't just 100 people or 500 people. We had thousands of people. And even as our doors have been closed, people have asked us, hey, and I'm talking about from January up until February, mid-February, we had about 1,400 people come back and ask us, hey, can you guys create something until you open your doors back up to be able to help our girls? And then we also have a STEM component. So we've been partnered with different people to be able to interact with our youth, give that mentorship online, and especially with COVID going on. We know that a lot of people are not just coming out and wanting to interact. So we thought that it would be great. And I will not personally be building the app. My CTO, that will solely be him building out the app and getting feedback from everyone else.
That's great. Dominique, I can like feel your passion. Like through the screen, I can feel it. And it is, it's just phenomenal. So thank you so much for your presentation and everything that you've put into the museum. My question is, with the museum concept, and you've had such great receptivity to it, how do you get people back, right? They've gone through, they've experienced it. So how do you get those return visits from your patrons?
I hate to say this, I can't keep them from not coming back. So many people, I have people come 3 or 4 or 5, 6 times. There's really not a place like this in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. There's not a place like this in a lot of markets. So we also have partnered with schools. So we do after-school programs. We do so many programs and events because I realized, hey, I've seen this lady 5 times. She keeps coming back. She's bringing new people. We need to expand on this. So that is one of the things that we change out our exhibits. And also in the hour that they have, they cannot do the whole experience, just being honest. So that drives them to come back. And then I think okay, so I think I answered your question.
You did. Thank you so much.
So awesome presentation. And I can't say enough what the other judges have said around the relevance and just the personal passion and the stories that you shared for yourself. When you think about and so I think it's a little bit of all these questions. When you think about the target, customer, I know it's not really quite that feels like too flat of a term here. But is there a broader, you talked about some of the programs that you're working with. I think you said HBCU and Upward Bounds, programs like Girls Inc. that are in schools and other options where you can start to expand awareness. And then is it the, girls of color who are needing to see the representation and people, all children who need education about these topics, or is it really towards, the first part, the first kind of group of, again, customers? It feels like too small a term, but how are you thinking about that?
Absolutely. So as I said, in 2020, when I saw everything that was going on in the media, and especially the negative connotations what we see in social media about Black women, I wanted to create a safe space that everyone could come in and see the positive representation of Black women. Because too many times I have seen in the media that people are, making fun of our hair, our names. We're aggressive. We're just all of these things, and they're not highlighting the brilliance and the barriers that Black women have broken down. So we wanted to create a space for everyone to come in and to see that Black women, we're not aggressive. We're not, all the connotations that people have, that is not who we are. And so also with other, everyone else, when we open it up to the schools, because we have partnered with schools, the kids love it. One of the things that I've really learned with doing Black Girl Magic Museum, racism is taught. The little, and I'll just be honest, a lot of little boys and girls come in and they're so excited. They want to take a picture on the melanin wall. They want to say, that their skin is beautiful. So this is for everyone. And then with HBCUs, there's over 107 HBCUs across the US. And we have so much traction. That's the reason why went to expand because we literally had more customers than we could keep up with. And still to date, since we've been closed without any advertisement, without even posting on our Instagram, we have had over 3,000 customers come to our email very aggressively, but I understand it. They want some Black Girl Magic, asking, when are you guys going to open back your doors? Because we're waiting. We have schools with the Upward Bound program ready to ship their students over to our facilities. They're coming from Shreveport, from New Orleans, from all over. Even we have people from Atlanta saying, how can we come to the Black Girl Magic Museum? Because this is so necessary.
Great. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, we have an audience question, and they said, as an African-American female with a unique name, I think it's great to have the name room. What inspired you to do this?
To say my name because my name was Dominique. And so growing up, a lot of people say, isn't that a boy's name? Or it's spelled with one I. And so I was like, no. And so I would be uncomfortable to correct anyone. And then when my mom told me why she named me, it gave me so much pride. And I wanted to make sure no one was ever ashamed of their names. Or I've heard so many girls say, people say that my name is ghetto. And I wanted to teach them that their name is their spirit, that it's their power, and also it's their legacy. And that our parents have went through so much to name us and to never be ashamed of your name. And also with that, a part of that room is called Leave It on the Wall. A lot of the kids that come in, and this is also for adults, we've had adults come in and they're saying, I'm going to finish my doctoral degree. I'm going to buy that house. I found out not only do children deal with self-esteem issues, but us as adults, we still struggle. I know me at 31 years old, I struggle with so much, even getting on the stage today to speak. And we have to learn to not only empower our youth, but to continue to power each other every single day.
That is great. I have to do the same thing with my name. Okay. So I actually used to tell people to call me Felicia in school because I was only Aries. Like mine was actually different from the other girls that had, names. So I love that. All right. So I think we are at the end of the pitches. So judges, evaluators, they are going to go off and submit their feedback and their little rating and all that. So while they're doing that, let's do a little fun women's history book. We're gonna see how this works. Okay, I'll try this real quick. If I can tell. So we have fun women entrepreneur related questions for you. And okay, it's better. Somebody told me my sound was off. All right, we have some fun women entrepreneur related questions, just some good, International Women's Day questions for you. And we're going to pick a lucky winner from the correct responses. Okay. So let me see if my folks, okay, we got the poll. Let me go over. All right, go to the polls. And we have a question that says, which actress is co-founder of Latin World Entertainment, focusing on Latinx talent in media? Let's see if you all know who this woman is. Okay, there's a question. Yes. Go to the polls section. I think you'll see it at the top next to the Q&A. And let's see who we get. Now, I don't think it's going to tell me exactly who got the who picked it correctly or something. I think I'm going to have to randomly select somebody, but let me see. And if you can give me, actually, I'll wait till the poll is over. Does it tell us like how many percentage or something that we got so far? Do we wait and to see what the poll results are before I can tell them who the answer is? Should I do mine? Let me do mine. I'm going to vote. I don't see the results. We got 15 votes so far. So can you share the results? The answer is Sofia Vergara. I don't think it showed us how many people got that right. But what I would like for you to do is in the chat, if you have your own favorite, I wanted it to show us who it was. That's all right. That's all right if it didn't. If you have your own favorite Latinx woman actress, first person to put a name in, we're going to send you a prize. Let's see. Let's see. Come on, y'all. You're going to get a prize. I don't know what the prize is, but it's good stuff. I heard a list of the different prizes. J-Lo. Somebody said J-Lo. Annalise Harris, founder, Curls on the Block. She said J-Lo. And Patrick Payne said Eva Mendes. So, Annalise, you were the first one. Somebody take her name down so we can figure out how to find her a prize. I like J-Lo as an actress too, actually. I really like her as an actress. Okay. Let me see real quick. Okay, so I'm going to just do the questions and then we're going to see if y'all can answer do it in the chat. Okay, which top music artist broke the bias by creating a makeup line featuring all skin shades? Come on, y'all. You need to know this right now. Is it Rihanna? Was it Beyonce or Ariana Grande? I'm actually wearing that line right now tonight. Rihanna. Kim, you can't vote. You already getting the prize. Who's next? Somebody else give me an answer. She might have got the right answer, but whoever put it in here first don't get Patra Payne. All right. Is it Patra? I hope I'm saying it right. Patra, CEO of DFW House of Payne, just now put in Rihanna. So somebody take Patra's name down. That is the answer. Fenty Beauty, which is what I have on tonight, except for my lipstick. Riri, yes, exactly. Okay, let's see what other questions we got. Oops, I'm on the wrong tab. Okay. All right. Who is the highest paid woman in TV history? Now, you don't know which one I'm gonna say. You got Ellen DeGeneres, Oprah Winfrey, or Tyra Banks. Who is the highest paid woman in TV history? Put it in the chat. Okay. Annalise, you already won. Let me see. Lamont Young said Oprah. Is that the answer? I believe so. Oprah. Lamont Young is an agent at Capstone Insurance. So Lamont, you won that. It is Oprah. How many more prizes I got left, y'all? I got about 2 more. I think I got 2 more prizes. We're gonna tell y'all what those are later. All right, so we did that. Let me see. Who was one of NASA's first human computers calculated? Who was one of NASA's first human computers calculated the flight path for USA's first space mission? Mae Jemison, Katherine Johnson, or Alice Ball? Okay, we got the right answer in here. Annalise got it first, but I'm gonna go to the next person, who is Taylor Crosby, Executive Director of Marketing. I can't see where you are from, but Taylor Crosby, we got the right answer, and so did Jay Larson and Patra and Tiffany and Anna. Oh wait, is it delayed? Am I delayed? Okay, so Taylor Crosby, Executive Director of Marketing at the Women's Business Council. All right. So, next question. Who was the first female self-made millionaire? Annie Malone, Madam C.J. Walker, Alelia Walker. Is it Alelia Walker? Which one? Get in the chat. Get in the chat. Get in the chat. I'm not going to say the answer yet because some of y'all said it and y'all won already. So let me see. Who else? Come on. Tiffany Townsend. Taylor had it first and then Lamont. And so, yes, Tiffany Townsend, founder of Ship Black LLC. Madam CJ Walker was the answer. She was the first, period. Not just Black woman, period. Okay. Was that the last? No, I got one more. No. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I got another one. Oh no, I don't have any more. The judges are now ready. Okay, so that's good. We didn't say what the prizes were for my little game, did I? We're gonna bring the judges back, and they are going to let us know who the winners are. Okay, so we're coming back on. We are ready for the prizes. I know Ben is coming back. We're bringing our judges back. Let me see. And I'm going to let the judges go ahead and talk about who and where these women are going to rank on the prizes. Do y'all have a representative?
Yes, we do. Sorry, that's me. Okay, so I am going to start with the $1,000 winner, which I think all three of us would say amazing pitches tonight, and everybody's walking away a winner with something. So for the $1,000 winner will go to. Sorry, one second. There's chat. So for our $1,000 winner tonight, that will go to Ruby Roots Organics. And just wanted to call out from the pitch, I think what's really unique is the really clear addressable market and the position that you hold in the segment. And I think the opportunity to be within the insurance space and actually have that reimbursed, I think the ongoing potential there and the opportunity to overcome price barriers for patients is an awesome opportunity for you. So congratulations. We're so excited for you. And it was an honor to be a part of the process tonight.
Thank you. Sorry, I was like on me.
Congratulations, Dede. Okay, I have the honor of announcing the second place winner, the $2,500 prize. And the second place winner, can we do a drum roll? No, we can't. No drum roll. Okay, is the Black Girl Magic Museum. Dominique, I loved your presentation. I love the concept. Obviously, I think anybody would get behind the concept. It's such a unique and awesome thing to be doing. And again, like I mentioned before, this idea of live events is something that is, I think, just generally underappreciated, how important that is, especially now that hopefully things seem to be going back to that world. But I would say even almost as importantly as the mission of what you're trying to do is the success you've had. You've had incredible traction. So clearly it's working. And I think not only when you kind of mapped out the number of events you've done and the revenue that you've generated from those events, but also the partnership with Brookfield, like that's huge to be able to have something like that. And to do that in such a short period of time is super, super impressive. So this was, it was difficult for me to pick, but I felt like definitely a prize should go to you.
Thank you.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
And I know that leaves me with like no suspense in terms of who the winner is. But before I dive in, I just want to say this was a really incredibly hard decision. We were deliberating because you all did such a phenomenal job, and I have to say, I couldn't think of a better way to spend International Women's Day, because you all are an inspiration. So with that, the winner, the $5,000 winner is Kim Roxy with Lemique Cosmetics. Congratulations. Yay, is that your daughter? Can we see
Yes.
her?
Say hello. She had to come back because she was in my pitch. So
I'm glad she did. I think we were very impressed with the way that you identified the unique need within the market and how you've been able to target that audience and combining that with clean cosmetics, the research within the industry and what you've been able to accomplish. I think from the manufacturing and navigating supply chain issues was incredibly well thought out. And just your business plan in terms of how you've been able to leverage your success in the direct to consumer market online and then taking those customers and building that out into both retail online as well as in-store retail and just filling a need within our community. So thank you so much for your presentation today. And we're all excited about the live stream shopping and the Brow Duo and getting everything working. But congratulations. Very, very well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you to my Loretta. Thank you to all of you. Thank you to the whole Impact Ventures team. The way that they are looking out for us really speaks to them having this event on this day because we need others, not just us trying to break the bias, but everybody has to do it. And to Dede, my grandmother's name is Ruby, and I suffer from hair loss. So her business and what she's doing, I'm so excited about, and so excited about pushing her business. And then Dominique with Black Girl Magic Museum, my daughter and I, and everything that's going on, we definitely will be there. But then also I see potential for partnerships. I'm just so excited to be a part of this whole group. Thank you, Aries. But this is amazing. Thank you so much, Tyler, Brittany, and Blaine.
This has been amazing. I'm loving every piece of this. This is the best way I've ever spent International Women's Day. So I'm super excited and glad for all of you ladies. You all deserved every piece of what you get and more. And I'm looking forward to supporting all these businesses. Seriously, I'm all about the brows, okay, and the makeup. So we're all about it. Thank you to you, Ben, for inviting me to hang out with y'all tonight. This has been amazing. I'm all about the bold Black girls. So
listen, I was a fraction of this. This was a team of awesome women behind the scenes, literally like ninjas working the magic. So I want to say thank you to the Impact Ventures team. Literally, it's been just the teamwork that's been going. We was operating like the Lakers, like passing, no look passes, alley-oops, all that. Thank you all. Thank you specifically. I had to give a special shout out to Holly because she was working with the founders for, I want to say, at least a month through this process of gearing and getting them ready for the pitch competition. Constant, working with their pitch decks, refining their pitches, working with them. So this is definitely a team effort, and excited for everyone. Anissa for running the show, tech background. We literally learned this stuff in a week. Jennifer, Holly, Lucy, chiming in with the questions. This has been a teamwork, and thank you for hosting, our gracious host, for hosting this event for us tonight. And so we just have a few things to announce for the folks. Don't forget to go to our website, www.impact-ventures.co/shop to get your HERGenius t-shirt. It is a pink limited edition, so there's only 25 ever made across the world. 25, right? Your limited edition HERGenius pink shirt. Take a picture holding up your Break the Bias sign, standing in solidarity with women across the globe. Don't forget to do that. We have 25 shirts that are waiting for you all. Go to the website, check that out. Lastly, I want to spend another special thank you to our sponsors in JBN Consulting and JP Morgan Chase Co. that have been amazing to work with. over the past several years now. Thank you for your support and commitment to diversity, equity, inclusion within our startup and entrepreneur ecosystem. And lastly, those that are still hanging out, we have an exciting opportunity for networking for you. So don't pack it up just yet. But I'm going to explain our networking options here really quickly, and then we'll get off and everyone can meet us in the lounge, right? So if you're joining us, you can go back to the lounge to participate in our networking session. We have 2 networking sessions that we're offering or functions that we're offering tonight. One is our speed networking. So when we actually go back screen and start the session, which will start it right after I'm speaking to you all, you will be paired up with an individual who is attending the event tonight, and you'll be able to talk to them for 5 minutes, and then you'll find the next person. So the platform will do the work for you. It'll find somebody randomly. It'll randomly select someone. You can network with them, talk with them for 5 minutes. It'll have a countdown, and then it'll find the next person. Or if you have someone attending the event that you want to speak to or just network with, you can grab a table. You can create your own table. Anywhere from 2 people to, I believe, 8 people. You can grab a table and check out what's in store in the lounge. So with that being said, I'm going to head over to the lounge and meet you guys there. And then we'll take it from there. So thank you all for joining us this evening in celebration of International Women's Day and Women's History Month. And so join us all month on our social media. Hope you're following us using the hashtag HERGenius and BreakTheBias. We are excited for what's in store for this year and continue to support incredible women across our ecosystem here in Dallas-Fort Worth. So thank you all again and have a great night. So we'll see you all in the lounge.